Hello there, my name's John Porterfield of Eco Cars, and another great LPG van. It's the Citroen Berlingo. It's the Berlingo first, so it's the old shape Berlingo, on an 07 plate, registered July 2007, and it's had just one owner from new, a plumbing company in London, and it runs very well on gas. It's seen some work, but there's lots of life left in this van. Running on LPG, of course. So we've got ply lining. It was used by, I think they were decorators as well as plumbers, heating engineers. And there's a nice rubber mat here underneath the ply lining. It's still as new. Spare wheel is there, as you can see, because the gas tank is where the spare wheel would have been situated under the back. So lots of tread on that spare. Good metal bulkhead which can be removed. We've got mesh on the back windows. Now the back panels are actually glass, so with some like blue film over the top. So I've left it on because obviously it stops prying eyes in the back of the van, but this can be removed and you can take the bulkhead out and then have glazed windows in the back. So you've got lots of options on that. There are some high security locks fitted, but there is no key. That may appear, but just take it that there's no high security lock. That's the LPG filler. It's fitted with a VRC system, which was one of the systems that Citroen approved of. If you're quick, there's a splash of tax left to the end of June 2013. We have proper Citroen roof bars fitted, which look rather nice. It drives very well on LPG. So let me show you some of the features. So this is the LX model, which means you get remote central locking and also electric windows. So you've got, on the door cards are very clean, manual adjustment of the wing mirrors, I say electric windows. Driver's seat, not perfect, a little bit of wear and staining, but no holes, no rips or tears. But this is at the end of the day a really good workhorse. There are no holes to the carpet, so just a little mat that was in there. And I'll just show you some more features of this great van. So inside the LX, we get, first of all, we get steering wheel controls here for the sound system, wiper stalk and indicators and lights either side, central airbag for the driver, some useful storage at the top, a little hook there to hang your coat or overalls, little glove box and cubby holes and a tape radio. Now this can be changed for CD unit because it's a standard DIN fitting. Electric windows to lock and unlock all the doors. It has the warning switch, a couple of air vents and a head-up display there for the radio and sound system. 5-speed manual gearbox, handbrake, cubby holes, etc. All the normal things you need to expect in a Berlingo, along with a power point and also a cigarette lighter, which obviously can double up as a power point as well. And that's the BRC gas switch. Show you the mileage there, which we guarantee 66,673. It's going to be serviced next week, so it's showing it's 6,000 miles overdue a service, so we'll get it serviced and reset. So as you probably just heard, click straight over to LPG. So that denotes the level in the gas tank. That's it switched to petrol when the top light is red. Because we're up to temperature here, a click from the boot turns to amber, turns to green, and there we are running on LPG. So very efficient system. You've got the option of switching, but you don't actually have to. You just leave it permanently switched onto gas, and when you run out of gas it will automatically default back to petrol. So you need to keep some petrol in the petrol tank to start up from cold, so I'll put a quarter of a tank of petrol in before this is sold as well. I mentioned we've got adjustment for the wing mirror there. For the passenger side, it's electrically operated from here, and that works fine as well. Our little internal sensors. So it really is a great place to be. Power assisted steering, radio of course, head-up display which you can control from the steering wheel as well. So everything works as it should. Speed of the fan, temperature and direction of the airflow. Electric windows work fine. So everything works exactly as it should. So I'll just show you some more documents. So looking at the documents for this vehicle, so it came from London, so there's lots of congestion charge exemption forms, but this is no longer exempt, but lots of history there as to when it was congestion charge free, which is why it was used by a business in London. Here's the conversion certificate. It was converted by Gastech LPG Conversions, and it was converted at just 10 miles with a BRC system, and it's got a 53 litre tank, supplied by CLS, who we used to do a lot of business with. LPG certificate here to prove it's been fitted by an authorised installer. The V5 is here as well. It is showing that it's got one former keeper, but it was the same company, the Plumbing and Heating Engineers. And just looking at the V5, we've got the 12th of the 7th 07, still classed as a light goods vehicle because that's what it is, and type of fuel petrol, but in fact it's biofuel. But there's no real benefit in changing this to gas biofuel because it's the same road fund licence, which has just gone up to £220 a year for 12 months road tax. So the V5 is present. Current MOT expires March the 15th 2014. One advisory was offside and near side tyre worn close to the legal limit, so we'll have a look at those when we do a final walk around the car, around the van rather. And all the previous MOTs, which can just basically state that we can warrant the mileage, so all the old MOTs are here, which is nice to see. There is no service history, but it will have been serviced, and for instance there's a little note in here for a Martin's van to be taken for a service, which is this registration and the date, so it will have been serviced as part of the lease agreement when they had the van, but unfortunately there's no history with the car, but it runs very well. Spare keys here along with the key tab, and it's a non-remote, and I've also just found the high security keys for the doors on the back, so the key for the rear compartment, the keys are here as well. So under the bonnet of the Berlingo, it's very clean. We gave it a quick wash because it was quite dusty. We've got the BRC LPG ECU here. The BRC vapour unit is down the back, along with various valves and an inline filter, and that is then injected into the back of the engine, into the inlet manifold. No signs of any accident damage. It is HPI clear, of course, and there's no oil leaks or anything undue that we can spot on the vehicle. It runs very well. So before I walk you around this van, I'll just take you for a short test drive. So welcome to the test drive. So we've kicked over to gas, and the clutch feels perfect because basically I've just had the clutch replaced. When we had it, it was feeling a little bit juddery, wasn't the nicest of clutches, so it's just had a brand new clutch fitted, so obviously that feels perfect. Changes up through the gears fine, 5th gear, 2000 revs, 40 miles an hour, drives lovely and straight. First thing you notice about an LPG van is so much quieter than a diesel. And we'll return about 37-38 miles to the gallon on gas, which in price terms, gas being half price, you're looking at over 70 to the gallon, so much cheaper to run than the diesel version. Drives lovely and straight, doesn't pull to the left or the right, and you get the occasional rattle from the bulkhead behind, but it's a very quiet running LPG van. Just pull over, 5th gear, 4th, 3rd, so runs very well indeed. So thanks for watching the test drive. I'll just take you now for a final walk around this van. So welcome back from the test drive. So I'm just going to walk you around it. The windscreen is chip free, but it does have some very tiny peppered marks on the windscreen. It's not an MOT fail, but it's got some tiny peppered chips to the windscreen. Looking at the front tyres, now it wasn't advisory, the inside shoulder, yeah, just worn a little bit on the inside, but still perfectly legal. Tread where are we? I'd say about 3mm on these, and the front discs more than likely been replaced because they're very smooth, so they feel like brand new discs. What tyre have we got on there? It's a budget, I think, on the front. The wing mirror, there's a chip missing here, piece missing. That would be quite easy to replace. Looking down the sides, we have got the odd tiny indentation dent, so there and there, and just here this will actually pop out with a dent man. There's a very shallow dent just above that rear wheel. The back tyres, 3 to 4mm. Again, I think we've got drums on the back. Yes, drums on the back. The rear corner is scuffed. The rear doors are fairly dent free. There's a little bit of an outy dent there, and like I say, the roof's fine, no dents along the roof. So this is a film that can be removed should you want to. There's a little bit of an indentation on the rear plastic bumper just there. The rear tyre is, again like the other one, 2 to 3mm. Down this side we have an indentation dent there. The rest is quite fine. There's a tiny shallow dent there. So this wing mirror is fine. The front wing's fine. The bonnet is very, very clean. Tiny dimple dent there, but I'm being super critical. But it is chip free. I think it's spent most of its time around London, to be honest. And there's a bit of a scuff on that front plastic corner. So there's a scuff there to the bottom of the bumper. So I'm just highlighting everything that says. There are no illusions about this van. It's a workhorse day, but cheaper to run than the diesel version. There's a bit of crease there next to the LPG filler as well. So there you have it. What a value, great LPG van. So we look forward to your call. We won't have this for long. Looks great in blue. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Jonathan, here at Eco Cars. Thanks for watching.